Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi and today we're doing another pick a card. Today's pick a card, we are taking a look at guidance towards your timeline of success and when will you reach success. Now you guys can look at this reading in whichever way you want to. You can either look at this in a general way, so just general success when you feel like you've kind of like made it, but you could also apply this to a specific goal that you have in mind, something that you wanted to manifest in, something that you're wanting to align with. And what I'm going to be doing is just taking a look at the energies that will surround when that comes into fruition, so the frequency and the energy that you will be in when that happens. And Spirit will kind of be giving me guidance in terms of like how to get onto that, or just any guidance in bringing, you know, that energy forward and making that a success. And again, this can be anything, bringing anything in, or you can just leave it in general when you'll feel like you've accomplished something, if that makes sense. So you guys have 4 piles to choose from. I was called to use crystals today. I haven't used crystals in a minute. So we have pile number 1, which is the red jasper on the left, pile number 2, which is the lapis lazuli, pile number 3, which is the pink amethyst geode, and pile number 4, which is the blue kyanite. So see which crystal you are drawn to. The timestamps are going to be in the description box as usual, and I will see you guys at your timestamps. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at how you will find success and guidance towards the timelines where you achieve success. So pile number 1, tap me into my pile number 1's energy. Please, spirit guides, tap me into my pile number 1's energy. How will my pile number 1's find success, and what energy surrounds that outcome? Please, spirit guides, how will my pile number 1's find success? How will my pile number 1's find success? We have the Knight of Cups. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides. Pile number 1, Knight of Pentacles. I'm hearing High School Musical when Gabriella sings I've got to go my own way, and I'm almost looking at like I feel like I'm looking at a rule book and I'm shaking it up for it to match the way that it suits me, if that makes sense, because I feel like I'm falling more in alignment then. I almost feel like I'm kind of swimming uphill at times, trying to maybe fit a structure or trying to fit an image that kind of goes against my my natural frequency, that kind of goes against my natural alignment. And I almost feel like there's a how do I put this into words? I feel like I have something to offer. I feel like I have something to put out there, but it needs to be like authentically me. Like I'm doing something, but I'm adding a twist to it. It's making me think of that scene from Harry Potter where Harry and Hermione in the class, they're making like a potion, and Hermione's doing it by the book because that's what she's being told, and it's not working out for her. But Harry has this really old book where there's like squiggles and kind of tells him to go in a different direction with the spell, and Hermione's like, no, you have to do it by the book, and he does it in a different way and he ends up winning. You know, he ends up winning the potion contest and he gets this little liquid courage sort of thing. So there's something there where I feel like you guys are actually very intuitive, and I think that you guys are very creative, and I think whatever it is that you want to bring in, I think whatever it is that you want to manifest and achieve, I think that you're very ambitious. Like, one thing I'll say about you, I don't think there's anything to add in terms of like your ambition. I feel like you're very ambitious. I feel like you have, you know, that star in the sky and you're running after it. I feel like you that energy's there and the momentum's there. I feel like you also know how to stick to your guns a lot of the time, but as long as the creative juice is flowing, I think that sometimes if things start to get rigid, I think that's where that creative juice can kind of have you feeling uninspired. And I do think a big key to your success is inspiration. I feel like when you guys feel inspired to do something, when you guys just feel that inspiration through life and your everyday, I feel like that's when you guys are more likely to achieve success. I feel like making things your own, and you know when people say like romanticizing your life and oh, it's, you know, my first day back at college, at university or school or whatever, and I'm I'm getting new this and a new bag and new clothes, or you know, it's my first day at this job and I've got this new perfume, whatever. It's like these little things. I know they can sound so silly, but like I feel like for you guys, it's in that creative process. It's like I'm aligning with something through visualization, through smells, through taste, through colors. Like I'm creating a kind of world then. It gets me excited, and I think that's where you ooze a lot of creativity. I feel like that's when you ooze a lot of passion. I feel like you guys constantly have to kind of feel inspired, and I think sometimes if you guys were to go the black and white route and just kind of follow the rule book just as is, I feel like a bit of your sparkle would kind of dim, if that makes sense, because I feel like you need to be doing things like, I see just like a lot of creative juice, and that juice needs to be squeezed, if that makes sense. Like I just feel like I have a lot of ideas, I have a lot of like, and there's different ways to do things. Like I feel like you have a lot of quirks and like different ways to, you know, get something out there, like whether, because I feel like a lot of you guys, you would probably be quite good in terms of like entrepreneurial work and working for yourself, or like social media work or anything like that. I feel like you guys are that pile that would be really good at that, because I think that you have a lot to you have a lot of value. And I tend to find when people are very creative and they do need that inspiration to feel inspired, they're also meant to be an inspiration to the other, you know, people that need inspiration to be inspired. I hope that makes sense. Like you need to see people and colors and art and music to feel inspired, and then the, you know, the other lot of you that also need that, I feel like you're meant to inspire those people too, and you all inspire each other. I really hope that makes sense. But yeah, I feel like you're here to like uplift and inspire people, so I feel like that's a really big part of reaching success in terms of guidance. Like even if it's so little, just like crafting out a little world and it just creating that world for you. It's making me think as well of like sometimes I feel really inspired by like TV shows and stuff. Like they tend to use a lot of like AI and stuff now, especially like sci-fi things and stuff. They'll go with AI, whereas if you watch things from back in the 2000s, they used to literally build sets, and they would be so cool to like look at, like in the background. It'd be so creative, and it was like, it felt more real, there was more fun in it. So there's something there about you guys, like it's not like whistle while we work, like my head's down and I'm just kind of like going for it. I need to be able to have fun and flow and kind of like open my kind of like petals and you know, open up to different sides of me and feel creative, you know. So that's one thing that I will say. And I also think that you guys are my piles that work with your heart. So I feel like when you guys find something that works with that really sings to your soul, when you find passions that really sing to your soul, I feel like monetizing that and working with that, I feel like that's where you'll find success, you know, just following that and following your heart space. And even not monetizing, if your version of success is like, I just want to be happy, I just feel like anytime you can create and flow. And I also feel like, I'm not saying don't have structure and don't have routines, they're very helpful, but I just think like, you know, sometimes like when you're driving a car, you're accelerating and then you brake in, and then you accelerate and then you brake in. I feel like you guys would work with that. Like I feel like your work environment may shake up at times, or just grow and evolve at times, or you may add some things to your resume, or if you work for yourself, it's like sometimes you're a morning person, sometimes you're an evening person. Like I feel like I want to shake things up, and yeah, that's just something that's coming through. But in terms of your timeline of success, tap me into that, please, spirit guides. Pile number one's timeline of success. When will they achieve success? When will my pile number ones achieve success? I feel like I'm not gonna lie, for a lot of you guys, I'm being shown somebody going rogue. So I'm being shown somebody, like I'm hearing like Meredith from Brave, where she had to get married to one of the princes, and they're like doing the archery to win her hand in like marriage, and then she shoots the arrow herself, and she's like, I'm fighting for my own hand. I'm hearing that. Like I almost feel like there's an idea, or there's something that you're wanting to bring into fruition, or there's something that you would decide to like study, where I feel like I'm taking this into my own hands, because I keep hearing that song from High School Musical, Gotta Go My Own Way. I feel like I'm taking something into my own hands, and I'm seeing you guys like over time crafting. So I'm being shown I'm being shown somebody creating a flower. So I'm being shown like a seed, and it's like I'm sewing up, you know, the stems like through the soil. I'm sewing it up, and then it's like, then I'm building the petals. Like, it's taking its time. So what I mean by that is, for a lot of you guys, if it's in terms of like career wise, if this is what you're watching this for, a lot of this feels heavily involved in career, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm either deciding to work for myself, or I'm making moves so that in the future I can work for myself, or I'm starting like a side hustle or a side hobby where I'm able to have a lot of room to create, do my own thing, and pour that kind of creative energy into me. And then I'm being shown like a racehorse with my head down, because the thing is, I'm emotionally connected to this. So I love this, and I love what I'm doing, and I'm so inspired by this that my head is down, and I'm just like boom, 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 boom. And I see you guys like very, I don't know if you guys have a lot of fixed energy in your chart, so Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, but my head's down, and I'm like boom, 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 boom. I'm like rushing towards like a specific goal. That's what I'm being shown. And then it's like I'm achieving something with this, and then once that's done, that's where I'm being shown another flower in. So it's like, now I have an idea for this, and I feel like I'm being shown like different sides of a square. Like, I start here, then I move up here, then I go across here, then I go down, and then I move over again, like the shape of a square. I feel like when you guys reach a success, I feel like you're doing something where it's very much in your own hands. And again, if this isn't career, it's more so like, so now you're waiting for like a partner to come in, or you're waiting for money to shake up and shift, or you're waiting, whatever it is, you're waiting for something to manifest in. I just see you guys like, I'm taking this into my own hands. I'm just going to go out and do it. I'm just going to go out and get out there. I'm not waiting anymore. Like, there's this instant kind of like not doing it anymore, and I'm setting foundations because this is something that I genuinely adore and I feel inspired by. And by setting those foundations, my head is down, but it's down with like all that creative juice flowing behind me, all that passion behind me, and all of that emotion behind me through the heart space. And that's where I see a lot of shake up in your life with this 8 of Wands, because I feel like that energy, because creative energy as well, you know, it's an idea, it's something that we have a thought of, and then we start bleeding it into our physical reality. We start fusing it into our physical reality. So I see all of these ideas, and I would like to do this, I'd like to do this, and the minute you touch base or touch ground, like, and I see you physically mapping out, because it's when the creativity touches the physical. So I see like a map, like a blueprint for a house, and it's like, right, I'm gonna do this. So January I'm going to do this, and February I'm going to do this, and March I'm going to do this, and I'm writing it all down. I'm putting it all down on paper, and then it's like, okay, January the 1st, let's go. And then all of January my head's down with that one specific goal to get that part sorted, and I'm so excited about it, so much fun. And then February I'm super excited about this, and then it's like every single month I'm building. So within a year from now, everything looks very different, and I've achieved what it is that I wanted to achieve. And then I can just level up from there, if that makes sense. So that's what I see in terms of your, in terms of how you will reach success. There's something about taking something into your own hands and not waiting for something to come to you. It's like, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to, you know, get out of this situation myself, or I'm going to build this for myself. I'm going to do it. I think when you realize, oh my God, the wand is in my hand, I think that's where there's a really big shift. And I see for you guys a lot of movement then in their physical. I think that you guys naturally are creative, and I think that you guys naturally are dreamers, so you can really dream up things. And I think, I mean, you literally chose the red jasper, so when you start to root that and ground that and, you know, blend it into the physical, I see so much passion there. And also to inspire you to do that, I see you bring in color and excitement into the physical too. So like I said, like if you go in to study something, or you're going to you know, if you're going to study something, or you're going to go to like start a new job, or you're saving up money or whatever, it's like having musical playlists for things, going in the gym and visualizing while you're on the treadmill, and you know, just that sort of thing. I feel like there's a level of romanticizing my life so that I'm enjoying being in the physical, and it's helping that inspiration. That's a really big thing for you, romanticizing things, romanticizing the physical, so that you know, kind of create that pod and enjoy kind of living there, if that makes sense, and bringing that into the physical. That's a really big key for you guys. But honestly, there's something about taking your power back, which I feel for some of you guys, you might have even gone through a journey beforehand where you might have felt like because I don't feel like at times I would have had my power in this energy. Like I feel like I felt like I was always waiting for somebody. Maybe I felt like that's just something I can't do, or I have all these ideas but people project it onto me. Whereas now I just feel like I'm going for it. I'm gunning for it. Like I've accepted this. Like this is what I want to do. I'm not waiting for anyone. I don't care. Like I'm just gonna run after it. And I think that creates a shift and change in the wind. And then I think physically then from there I think you start to build foundations, and I see like a period of time where your head is down, literally like in racehorse mode, all that ammunition kind of fueling you, and then I see that success then I see you would have built that 9 of Pentacles, that physical abundance. So I see lots of shakeups and shifts. So with you guys, especially if it's a career that you guys are wanting to manifest, I think that you'll either, when I say switch careers, like for example, people can learn tarot and then they'll go on to learn numerology or astrology, same niche, different subject. Like, you know, it's still the occult, but you know, when we're moving on to something you know, attached to it. So I feel like you guys would do that in terms of career. A lot of you, like, you'll reach a goal and then you'll have the ideas about something else, and then you'll reach another goal. It's just that sort of thing that I'm being shown. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides. Pile number 1. Guidance towards my pile number 1's timeline of success. Because when success comes in for you, I think there would have been a period where you might have gone a bit ghost on people. Not in a bad way, just like my head's down on something. And I feel very 4 of Pentacles in that energy. And then I that's where I see sprouting. I see like a harvest, you know. And I think that's where the abundance then comes in. And I think when the abundance comes in, I don't know why I'm putting my foot on the brake. So I'm kind of enjoying that a second. And it's actually getting me inspired for where to head to next. That's what I see. Because, you know, Mother Gaia, she doesn't just stop at one flower. She moves on to the next one and the next one and the next one. And I see that. Because creativity, it doesn't die. It just continues to evolve. Pile 1, please, spirit guides. Guidance towards my pile number 1's timeline of success. We have imagine. Yeah, I feel like you guys are really imaginative. I feel like you guys are dreamers. I feel like you guys are just really creative. I think you have a lot. Like I'm sitting here, some of you guys are I always say it incorrectly, claircognizant. Like I feel like you guys get downloads. I feel like you guys channel ideas, or you may get like dreams and have ideas there. That's something else I'm seeing. We also have yang as well. Like I said, creative. I feel like you guys are creative. I feel like you guys are here to inspire others, and I think that you guys are here to also look at like life like the glass half full. And the thing is, in this world, a lot of people don't look at life that way. A lot of people are going through things. A lot of people get frustrated. A lot of people box themselves in, and they kind of critique anything that's beyond their own measure of thinking, or beyond their own capacity of being able to feel. And I think that you're here to kind of push the box out. And I think when you stop kind of like maybe waiting for other people to green light maybe ideas, or when some of you guys stop, it's not even stop. I think when some of you guys are like, no, the power's in my hand. When you guys realize the power's in your hand, I think that is when it's like got the whole world in my hand. I know it's the sun, but it's like I can do this, I can create this, I can manifest this. Like I'm dreaming big and I'm going after it. I think that is when you guys, you know, reach success. For some of you guys, it might even be when you stop playing small, you know, where other people might have projected onto you. And then we have Y at the back of the deck. Why do we have Y, please, spirit guides? Why do we have Y? Yeah, it's that curiosity of like, why should I settle sort of thing. Because I'm hearing Belle when she sings, there must be more than this. Pretentious, like what is she saying? There must be more than this something life. I don't know, like I feel very curious of like what's out there and how much I can achieve, and what if I push the goalpost, what if I smash through the glass ceiling. That's the sort of feeling that I'm picking up. So yeah, pile number 1, that is for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at how will you find success and guidance towards the timelines of your success. So you guys chose the lapis lazuli. I'm going to start with tarot and then we'll move on to your oracle cards. So let's get in. So pile number 2, please spirit guides. Pile number 2. Pile number 2, please spirit guides. Pile number 2. How will my pile number 2s find success, please spirit guides? How will my pile number 2s find success? How will my pile number 2s find success? We have the 4 of Swords. I feel like sometimes the dream state for you guys helps map and navigate life for you. I literally feel like I'm going to sleep and I'm having, honestly, the way it looks to me, like I'm being shown bubbles through the night of like dreams that I'm meant to remember, and I see like really strong symbolism or like even certain messages being given to you in those dreams, because it's like I need to remember that, I need to remember that, because I just keep being shown somebody laying in bed and then above them there's like 3 bubbles of like where their dreams are kind of caught. You know what I mean? You know, like when they say dream catchers, they catch the dreams, but it's like 3 bubbles and it's like it's in a holding above my head, so that when I'm in my conscious kind of like reality, when I start to wake up in REM state, REM state, it's like it's almost downloaded and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, that dream. That's just something that came through. Because I feel like you guys is whatever it is that you're asking about in terms of success, I feel like it's actually attached to part of like your life purpose, so your soul purpose in this lifetime. That's not always the case. Sometimes our version of success may be completely different to our soul purpose, but it's something that we want, whether it's our ego or whatever it is. And then other times it's part of like it's like a destiny thing. It's like we feel called there, and I feel like for you guys, whatever it is you're asking about, it feels like that there's part of like this is meant to happen, because not only do I feel intuitively called there, but I'm also getting assistance in dream state. I'm getting guidance from spirit in meditation. I'm having visions of places and things to do. Like there's a lot of assistance with whatever it is you're asking about. Pile number 2, please spirit guides. Pile number 2. We have the Page of Pentacles. Pile number 2. How will my pile number 2s find success? We have the 8 of Cups. And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, and the back of the deck we have the Ace of Cups. Okay. Oh, let me put that over here actually so you can see it. Pop it over here. Okay. 4 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, there's a lot of focus about like dream state. Sorry to think. It's just I'm really, what's sticking out to me, I know it's just like on the cards, but like above we have like the halo, the crown, the little shield thing. It's like they're above the head. Like I keep feeling like, I don't know why it's making me think of Sims with the green thing on top of the head. Like I feel like I'm being intuitively guided towards something. I feel like there's something that's kind of like a piece of me that I'm really drawn to, that I feel I'm kind of like gunning in that direction, or I'm going in that direction in terms of making whatever it is that you're asking about success. 4 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. See, in terms of guidance, I feel like you all, okay, the way this feels, I feel like certain things happen to me in life, certain experiences happen to me in life that put me in the learning seat of whatever it is that I'm trying to gain anyway. And it's not until I look back that I'm like, I know that was like a horrible thing at the time, or maybe that was something I would, you know, I was a bit stressful at the time, but thank God it happened, because otherwise I wouldn't have learned this, and then I wouldn't have got here. Like I almost feel it already happens, because something about this reading feels like in the soul contract. Something in this reading feels like it's already tied in and tied together, because I feel like there's things happening in my childhood, there's things happening that are getting me there. It's making me think of, I remember Adrienne Bailon on The Real Daytime, she was talking about, the question was something like, when did God give you what was the question? When did God put you like give you something, or have you go through something for it to kind of bring you to like your success and get you where you needed to go? Like when did you like see God's plan, or whatever it was? And Adrienne, when she was younger, she would read the subtitles on her TV, because I think she spoke Spanish. I'm sure she should speak Spanish, and she would read like the English subtitles, and she would like kind of play that she was like a TV presenter, or she was reading lines off screen, so that she could you know, that was just her way to like pass time, because I don't think they had a lot of money growing up. And she had a girl come around after school, and she was like, let's play, like, you know, let's do the subtitle thing. And the girl had gone back to school and kind of made fun of her, and was like, she's so weird, she made us, you know, read the subtitles off the TV. And she was really upset about it. But then years later, she went for an audition. I don't know whether it was the Cheetah Girls or whether it was for The Real Daytime or whatever it was, and she read the lines off the teleprompter thing perfectly. Like, she read them perfectly, because she'd been doing it all the time from when she was young, and that's actually how she got the part. And that's what she was saying, like, God's plan, like, you know, he had a plan, sort of thing. And that's what I see here with you guys. Like, I really do feel like your soul like it kind of knew what it was doing, because I'm being shown like your lifetime, and I'm being shown things being braided together and things being put together. I'm going to experience this so I can gain this piece of knowledge. I think you guys are people that are very introspective. That's what I was trying to say. I feel like you guys really kind of like look within a lot. I feel like you guys really are able to find a silver lining, or find a purpose to anything that kind of like happens, and find that kind of like alignment there. And I feel like you're able to use that then as a tool. You're able to use that in a way of being able to see to kind of see your way forward, if that makes sense. And I feel like in terms of guidance, I feel like you already follow it, because I feel like you go through an experience, you dissect it, you find the hidden gem, you know what I mean, in that you find the silver lining. And I feel like you use that to kind of catapult you forward. There's a lot of assistance in spirit, a lot of assistance in the dream state. Like, the dream state feels so strong to me. I just see you guys getting a lot of visions, or prophetic visions, to get you where you need to go. And I think your tool and guidance towards bringing whatever it is that you're asking for in terms of success is really listening to your higher self, really listening to your dreams, really listening to your intuition. And I would even say working with spirit if you don't already. I feel like most of you do, because I feel like I'm being guided in that way. It's almost like I've got a whole team around me of co-workers trying to, like, you know, help me get to where I need to go. So there's already a lot of assistance. And I think for some of you guys, you may even go through phases in your life. This is something that happens actually before you reach success in certain areas. I'm seeing something happen rapidly where I'm pulling a layer off, pulling a layer off, pulling a layer off, and it's happening in a really short period of time, as if I'm going through an intense course. I hope this makes sense, because I feel like let's just say 2019 is when I achieved the success, right? Through 2017, 2016, 2018, like those 3 years, my head is down, or I'm going through certain experiences, and I'm like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? And some of them are chaotic or whatever, but I'm dissecting them, I'm working on them, I'm clearing them. I'm not even realizing it, but I'm pulling layers of myself off, or I'm activating parts of myself I didn't know were within me. And when it comes time to rest in 2019, I'm looking at my table and everything, all these diamonds I've just accumulated, all of these, you know, things that I've just achieved through that maybe chaotic time, and that fast-paced time. It doesn't have to just be chaotic. And I've got all these diamonds over the table, and it's like, oh, let me put them together, and then they form what is needed for my success. And then it's like that following year, then it's like, boom, success, like 2019, success, or 2022, success. Like, that's kind of how this feels. So for you guys, it's quite interesting, because I feel like I think you listened to, I feel like you listen to any guidance that comes through, because I feel like I'm being shown, like, go here, do this, be mindful of this. wake up a little earlier or let yourself rest. I feel like you get those messages already. I feel like you listen to those pieces of guidance, whether it's from your higher self or your guides. And in terms of when you will achieve success, I just keep being shown like a period of acceleration before, like, I'm being shown like a firework kind of explode, if that makes sense. So a period of acceleration, and then the firework kind of pops. And when I say acceleration, I feel like I'm letting go of a lot. So I feel like some of you guys may achieve a level of success when there seems to feel like I pulled the plug on something. So I've let go of a lot, I've transmuted a lot, I've been through a lot and shed a lot of old layers. That's really what this feels like, because I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, I'm finding you know, the pieces to the puzzle, these little gems, and then I feel like in finding all of these things and then being activated, I'm going through some sort of like rebirth. So some of you guys may go through a shadow period before you find a level of success. Some of you guys may go through an ego death before you find a level of success. I'm saying shadow period and ego death because I think that you guys are heavily connected to spirit, so this feels something that's quite conscious, like in energy. Like I feel like there's an expansion here, so I feel like there's almost a dip before there's an acceleration. I feel like there's a peeling of something, where energy is kind of heightened because there's a lot flowing out before I reach something, because I'm being shown something being drained. You know, like I'll just say it like a bath in it, like when you have a bath with the plug, you take the plug out and the water kind of like drains out. Like that's what I feel like I'm doing. I'm removing things, I'm clearing things. So I feel like there may have even been you may have been through like a chaotic childhood, or been through, you know, a heavy childhood, or had a lot happen in a short period of time, and I feel like there's an element of purging, releasing, letting go of, and then it makes room for that newness to come in. And I just keep being shown a lot of life lessons that lead you where you need to go. I feel like every gem I'm finding, I'm jumping to another dimension, then I'm finding another gem and another gem, and I'm like doodle jumping up and up and up, and then I feel like I've hit like kind of like the glass wall, if you will, and then that kind of shatters, and then there's a period of like reflection or release, and then my success is beyond that glass wall. I feel like here I am and it's all coming into me, because I feel like we've cleared and now we're making the room for it. You know what I mean? We've just let go of the old, so now there's loads of space for new energy to come in, and that's when I feel like you guys then will achieve success, because I see then with all of that room and that space, I see more activations, and I don't know why I keep being shown a lot of excitement. I'm being shown the fairy godmother from Cinderella, and she's like bibbity bobbity boo, and she like turns the mice into the men that drive the car. I can't remember their name, carriage man or something, and then she turns the pumpkin into the carriage. Like I'm being shown that with you guys, because I think that you guys have a lot of power within you to create whatever it is that you need to. I think you guys are very conscious and will continue to expand in consciousness in terms of understanding this reality and where you need to go, and I think you'll always go where your heart aligns with, and where, you know, you feel you need to, because I see you very in tune with Earth's currents. That's why I feel like whatever your version of success is feels aligned with your soul purpose. And I don't know why I see a lot of you guys listening to your own inner currents, or listening to spirit in terms of where you need to go, maybe even of being of service to some degree if you work with spirit with other people. So I see you then with like a wand in your hand, like I know how to use this now. Like all of those gems were crafting this wand, you know, the rosemary from that silver lining, the clear quartz from that silver lining, like it was all needed to, you know, the rosewood from that one, whatever it is, right? It's like it was all needed to craft this wand, and now I can create, you know, whatever it is that I need to. Now I'm really in my power, and I feel like that is the kind of like journey then to your success. So I feel, like I said, just to kind of like recap, I feel like you guys start in this lifetime having certain experiences that may be heavy, you know, maybe a bit difficult, maybe they help expand, you know, your inner world or your level of awareness, or they help expand your psychic gifts. And I see every time something happens, you finding a gem and then accelerating, finding a gem, accelerating, because I feel like there's periods of time where there's like little bits of chaoticness that I'm being shown, or just like an expansion, and every time you reach that silver lining, it's like, okay, I've got this gem, I've got this gem, I've got this gem, and then I see like a shedding, so a releasing of the old, and I've got all these gems out in on the table, and making sense of them while I'm clearing out all of the clutter, anything that I was holding on to. And then all of a sudden I'm putting these gems together into this wand, and then it's like, okay, I'm ready to create now. I've cleared out all of the old, I've got rid of the old timelines, all those gems made this wand, and now I can create. So that's what I see. And you'll know where you are in the journey. I feel like a lot of you guys may have been in a shadow period or coming out of one, in an ego death, coming out of one. But yeah, I feel like the wand is in your hands then, and you're able to create and manifest and bring whatever it is that you want to fruition, because you understand. Because I feel like you guys are going to get to a point where you really understand just the flow of life. It's making me think of the song by Jhené Aiko, Define Me, where she sings, time you've gotten behind me, all in divine timing. Like, I feel very in touch with myself and the way I feel like I've mastered an element of working with energy, if that makes sense. So we have Y. One more card from this deck, please, Spirit Guides. When will my pile number 2s achieve? When will my pile number 2s achieve success? I don't know if it's because I'm doing a sugar cleanse and my mind feels a bit foggy, but part of me feels like the reading might be a bit choppy. I really hope it isn't. Let me know. So I hope it does resonate, because I've been detoxing sugar, and we've got the fates. I've been detoxing sugar and I don't feel good at all. It's not fun. So yeah. Yeah, so we have Y and the fates. I mean, the fates, first of all, being there, I feel like you, like I said, I feel like you've been following your own inner alignment. I feel like you've been being guided by spirit. I feel like there's certain things that were just in your soul contract that you knew, I'm going to go through this to achieve this. This is something that's going to happen to achieve this. Like, I'm going to learn so much from this. That's what I see your soul kind of, you know, looking at. Like, I need to learn this. I need to understand this. And I need to understand it to its highest degree. There's something about, like, I can't cut corners that I feel is kind of like big here. And I think your life purpose feels very important to you in this lifetime. Your life, it's like, I'm incarnating for this reason. It's not a case of I'm incarnating, yeah, okay, I might have to clear up some karma or whatever, but I'm not incarnating just because, like, because it's fun, not because I need to learn this and this. It's like, yeah, I need to learn things, but there feels like there's a purpose here. So I think your life purpose is quite, you know, quite prevalent here, and I think it bleeds into everything with you. Relationships, friendships, you might have had some karmic friendships, karmic relationships, but I also think that you have very deep relationships and friendships too, where they're just part of your soul and they really help and aid you. I think it's a balance, like a yin yang. And I don't know, I just feel like things mean something to you. I feel like you guys are quite deep. Like, if I'm doing something, it means something to me, because it has to mean something to me. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Like, I feel like your soul purpose means something to you. And with Y and curiosity, I just feel like your tool feels connected to spirit and how you gain your access to, like, your success. Like, the tool that, because I'm thinking of the Y in the book, it's making me think of the occult. It's making me think of, like, philosophies, and using that to help me understand and get where I need to go. Whether that's through books, through media, or through my own channeling in connection to source. I think that you are able to pull and learn a lot. And you have a fork in the road at the back of the deck. So I just feel your soul's looking at it like, even on my road to success, if I hit a fork in the road, I placed it there anyway because I needed to know about this. I needed to be aware of this. I needed to make sure I had this together. I was getting too reckless with this. I was being too careless or complacent with this. I needed to make sure I had this together and this together. And I needed to learn and understand it so it meant something to me. So it was ingrained so that I could, you know, move with purpose more. There's something there that I'm being shown. Yeah, so pile number 2, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. Sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey Pal 3, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at guidance towards your timeline of success and when you will achieve success. So you guys chose the pink amethyst geode. I'm going to start with tarot and then we will move into your oracle cards. So let's get in. So pile number 3, please Spirit Guides, tap me into the collective of my pile number 3s. I've got a card that's flipped. Knight of Cups. Pile number 3, please. Pile number 3, please Spirit Guides. How will my pile number 3s achieve success? Show me the energy surrounding pile number 3's success. How will my pile number 3s achieve success? I'm hearing Beyonce, the song she did with Naughty by Running. I'm sure she says not running from myself no more. I'm ready to face it all. If I lose myself, I lose it all. That's what I'm hearing. Pile number 3. Pile number 3, please, Spirit Guides. And we have the 6 of Cups. Okay, and the back of the deck, you have the 4 of Swords. Okay, so in terms of you guys' success, I feel like I'm rooting myself back in, like I'm connecting back to my roots. I feel like the way I was taught to achieve success, I kind of feel like I'm jumping out of my own frequency. Like I've been tailored into a machine that is just not kind of right for me, if that makes sense. Now, what I mean by that is, with the Empress being in the middle of your reading, you know, the Empress, she doesn't sweat and stress herself. She puts the effort in, she pours into, you know, the land, and she pours into the flowers, that, you know, nature. She pours in, but she then sits back. She knows when to sit back and flow and wait and trust. And I think a really big key in terms of you guys reaching success in this lifetime is having that trust, and teaching yourself to trust and fall back and flow. I feel like some of you guys may have been taught maybe when you were younger, like, because I see somebody on a treadmill and a donut in front of them, but like obviously on a treadmill, yes, you're running forward, but the treadmill doesn't move. So while you're building up all of that energy, you're not going anywhere, you're just on the treadmill. Yeah, okay, gym purposes, you work out, I get that part, I know, but I just mean for the metaphor, right? We're not moving on a treadmill. So if that donut is 2 inches in front of us, the more we run, even if we run fast or slow, we're not going to get that. You know what I mean? We're not. We need to jump off the treadmill and actually move to get it. You know what I mean? Try something different. So there's something here about learning how to tap into my own rhythm, and tap into my own flow, if that makes sense, because I keep feeling as well like I'm going back to my roots. I keep feeling like I'm going back to, like, I feel like I'm going to like childhood, or I'm going to my earlier life, and it's making me think of like when people reset the nervous system, you know what I mean, and people do like somatic releases, like we're tapping our body back into its natural flow. We're getting our body out of survival mode. When we you know, when our nervous system is all discombobulated, whatever caused that, we will see it everywhere. So if it was fear, we see things to fear everywhere. You know what I mean? We see things to see, you know, to be negative about everywhere. It's like a regulative sort of thing. We need to kind of get our emotions regulated and our nervous system regulated. And there's something here where there's a really big focus for you guys, and I think this is what brings in your success, where I'm really rooting into my physical body, and I'm looking at where my energy may be leaking, and looking at where my energy is flowing. You know, because if, for example, like we can maybe be manifesting love, for example, and we may have had connections where we were cheated on, or that, you know, there were bad connections in the past, and we can clear and transmute, but we also have to make our inner awareness understand that there are good people out there are good partners out there, there are people that can love as deep as us out there. We have to make ourselves understand that. And it's true that there are people out there that can love like that. If we can, then we're not the only person in the world that can. Other people can too. So we need to make ourselves aware of it, because when something's in our awareness, we start to see more of it. When, you know, when we think of You know, when we think of like a yellow car, for example, we start seeing all the yellow cars. When we, you know, watch one video on the algorithm, a bunch of them come. So that's what I'm being shown here. I feel like the more I'm tapping in and aligning with something inwardly, I'm starting to see more of it in my outward reality. But I feel like there's something I'm going within about. And I feel like I am, for some of you guys, there is something about regulating the emotions or regulating the nervous system. I'm learning to be at ease and showing myself how good it can get, and teaching myself how good it can get, and allowing myself to have fun and flow, because I kind of feel like I'm a bit restless. I kind of feel like to achieve something or bring something in, I kind of feel like I'm stressing. I feel like I'm running towards it with just chaos. Like I'm like I've got to do it, because if I don't get it, then this will happen, and this will happen, and you know, that opportunity can be taken from me, and this kind of, like, I feel stressed to the point that I don't have any trust that it can come in for me, you know what I mean? That I'm kind of maybe even taken away from my own needs, if that makes sense. Because the fact that the back of the deck is the Four of Swords, I feel like I need to rest into something. I need to flow into something. I have to settle back into something. And I do feel for some of you guys as well, I'm being shown something that I'm here, like, I'm bringing in. So there's something I'm manifesting in, there's something that I'm aligning with, and then on top of it are like sprinkles that I didn't put there. Maybe they were things that I was taught when I was younger, or maybe I feel like I need to prove myself for something, or whatever it is. I feel like they're on top, and this is not mine, so this is something somebody would have inflicted onto me or projected onto me. And I feel the more I really tap into what it is that I truly want, and I ask my body, you know, what do I need right now, and I ask my inner child, what do I need, and I do that, I start to unpeel these sprinkles of projection from other people, and I start to look at it like, you know what, I don't even want to achieve this. I don't even want that donut. I was just told that I'm meant to achieve, you know, reaching that donut, but actually I don't even want it. So one, I'm going to get off this treadmill because it's doing nothing but stressing me out, and second of all, keep your donut. I don't want it. There's something else that I want. There's something else that I'm yearning for. So there's something there about you guys really getting to the core of what it is that your heart desires, that I think is a really big a really big piece of guidance in terms of bringing whatever it is that you want in. Because I feel like at times it might be a little bit clouded in, do I want this, or do I feel like I need to do this to achieve this, or to do I feel like I'm worthy if I have this? You know, will people be proud of me if I have this? Will they look at me differently? There's something there where I'm kind of peeling away those aspects, and I see shadow work there, and clearing out anything that, is this something I really desire? Is it something I really desire? But then I think in terms of like the actual like success, then I feel like I'm slowing down for it to flow to me. Because I think at your core, I think that because I'm being shown divine feminine energy, I feel like at your core you're somebody that is very magnetic. I think your energy is very magnetic, and I actually think you're very good at manifesting. I actually think you're very good at aligning with things, but those things come when you're in that state of receiving. And I honestly think once you start to tap into that energy of receiving and allow your body to start to relax, and it takes time, especially if it's to do with, you know, healing the nervous system and all of that takes time. It takes time to rest and change the way you do things and slow yourself down and get off your phone in the mornings and all of that. It takes a minute to slow that down. You know what I mean? And it takes a minute to train the mind and, you know, all of that. Like, there's beauty out there, there's love out there, there's, you know, there's softness out there. People can achieve what it is, you know, that they want to achieve. It takes a minute for us to learn and understand that, right? But I feel like the more you do that and you lean into that energy of receiving, I think that is where you're going to reach your success. Because I see somebody sitting on like grass, and I'm really rooted into my physical. I feel like some of you guys might even clear blockages within your root at one point. Not all of you, but I feel like some of you guys, I see energies within the root that some of you guys may transmute and work through. If you want me to do a reading on anything like that in terms of clearing energies there or getting back into the body, please let me know, because I'd love to go deeper into that if you'd want me to. Just let me know down below in the comment section. But yeah, I feel like the more you learn to do that and step into the energy of receiving, I feel like that is where your success then comes in. I think anytime that you jump out of your energy and you're rushing, because I feel like I'm forgetting to eat, or I'm neglecting my needs for this, and it's like that's where I feel like I'm going in the wrong current, because I think things are meant to come to you with ease. I think that you guys naturally are magnetic. You naturally are able to go into a state of flow, and I actually think if you guys already don't tap into them, some of you guys might already. I think the key to your psychic abilities as well is also in that level of ease and flowing, because I always say when we're tapping into our psychic abilities, we need to be in a receiving state. To do that, we need to be able to flow with it, especially if it's like downloads and things like that, because we're bringing frequencies and energies through us. So yeah, I feel like that's a key, that's a piece of guidance, and learning how to be in that state of receiving and tapping into your harnessing and tapping into your own inner divine feminine energy. I feel like that is something that would be very, like, that's something that would be really fruitful for you. And then in terms of a timeline of success, I feel like I'm rooted into the energies around that. I feel like I'm rooted into my physical body, and I'm in that relaxed state. I trust that I've done the work. I put in, you know, the energy into something, and now I'm just allowing it to flow. I trust. There's like a level of detachment here because I trust. I know that it's for me. I think that is something that is a key here. And I also think just bringing into your reality things that would mirror that level of success for you. So what I mean by that is, if you know that you have trouble sometimes seeing yourself in an abundant way, like in a you know, I could achieve this much, you know, financially or whatever it is, I would, whether it's social media, books you read, start to fill your algorithm with that. You know, YouTube videos, Instagram videos. You know, if I'm trying to align with something, I will go and remove anything that doesn't align with it. For a start, YouTube, Instagram, my everyday life, and I'll start to slowly, like, I'll read books, I'll follow people on Instagram that you know have access to that. And you know, for me it's usually more like health things for me, but that could be anything for you guys. So finances, money, creativity, success, and you know, social media, whatever it is, I'm following people that have that same, you know, reality. I'm watching the videos, I'm watching the Instagrams, I'm watching the TikToks, I'm reading the books. It's all part of my reality. So I'm feeding that part of myself to be able to show my inner world you can achieve this. And over time, you know, you start to take that on and you start to flow into it. It comes with ease then. It's not like I'm chasing it. It's like, no, it's part of me because it's in my everyday routine. I'm seeing it everywhere. It's part of me. So yeah, I think that is something that would help you guys achieve success. Yeah, so let's pull your oracle cards. Any sort of root chakra work would really help you guys tuning into the physical body, regulating your nervous system, and really turning into your heart space and really asking, what is it I truly want? Not what other people have projected. What is it that I truly want? Because half the time it's the exact same thing, but there may just be like a few adjustments that may have snuck their way in there from other people projecting, you know? Like, for example, you could want to be an artist and you love art, you love creating like that, but other people may have projected, you know, oh, well, you're not going to make money from it unless you do this, or you get this amount of views or whatever. So you start to add into that fuel, then I need to make this amount of views, or I need to make this amount of money, when in reality, for you, success wasn't having all of that. It was being able to just support yourself and allow things to flow while creating and doing something that you love, you know? And that would be your success. So it's like taking away those little bits that other people would have projected. Pile number 3. How will my pile number 3s achieve success? We have flexible. How will my pile number 3s? It's making me think of yoga poses and being very rooted into my physical body. We have orphaned. On the back of the deck, you have clean it up. At the back of the deck. Okay, yeah, so there's definitely a level of clearing with the root chakra, and anything that doesn't make me feel safe or rooted into this reality, and trust in myself, trust in spirit. There's definitely some clearing that would be be done in terms of reaching success. I feel like that's a tool for you. Some of you guys have already been doing it as well. So some of you guys have already been purging or releasing anything that doesn't make you feel safe, doesn't make you feel abundant. I feel like you guys have already been working on that. And I feel just listening to your physical body and where you tend to maybe look for the negative or sell yourself short by, you know, I don't know if I could achieve this, I don't know if I could reach that. And I feel like filling that void, filling those areas with abundance and people that are already living proof that that reality exists, I feel like that is something then that would really help you. But I see there's like a key moment with this Empress card where I'm rooted in, I trust, I'm moving towards my goals in a much different way now because I trust, I'm moving with ease and it's flowing in. And I think that's where the success comes in, because I just feel like I'm leaning backwards and then water's kind of flowing through me. I hope that makes sense. And with the Orphaned card here, I know it's number 5 and that's ruled by Mercury, but I'm thinking of the 5 of Pentacles in my I'm being shown 5 of Pentacles in my mind's eye when I look at the number 5. So it's like where that would have been lost before, it's like not only am I releasing that loss and I'm purging it out, but I'm also showing that inner child or that inner teenager or just my shadow self. I'm showing that version of myself that, yes, I know I've been you know, preparing for the worst because of what happened, but there's actually new realities available, and I'm showing those versions of me, hey look, we can achieve this and we can do this and we can achieve this and we can reach that level of abundance or that level of success. And I feel like it starts to integrate inwardly then, you know, and I'm able to open up and then allow it to flow because I'm open to receiving. I think that's how you reach your success in this lifetime. But let me know if you want me to do a reading where if you want me to do a reading connecting to like how we can receive and tap into that energy, or how you can tap into your own inner divine feminine energy, I can do that. Or if you want me to do a reading where I talk about the physical body and rooting into the physical body or feeling safe in the physical body, or just anything connected to the root chakra, let me know and I'll do a pick a card on that as well. Just let me know if you need that and I'll do it. So yeah, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at your timeline of success and how you will bring success in this lifetime. So you guys chose the blue kyanite. I'm going to start with tarot and then we're going to move on to your oracle cards. So let's get in. So pile number 4, please, spirit guides. Pile number 4, tap me into the collective of my pile number 4s. How will my pile number 4s find success in this lifetime, please? How will my pile number 4s find success in this lifetime? Pile number 4, please. We have the 7 of Swords. Pile number 4, please, spirit guides. Pile number 4. One thing that I will say for you guys with the 9 of Swords, privacy for you is a big thing in terms of your success. That's actually something that I feel like you'll master. Knowing what to say and what not to say. That's one thing that I'm being shown. There's something about privacy here. On knowing who and knowing who to say certain things to. Knowing who to maybe keep things back from, if that makes sense. Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Cups. On the back of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups as well. There's something about finding your people here. There really is something about finding your people. I feel like, I remember one time there was this video on TikTok of these penguins and they like bumped into another, I don't know what a group of penguins is, so I'm just going to say tribe. They bumped into another tribe of penguins and they kind of like, they're walking from each corner like this and they greet each other. And then as they move past each other, one of the penguins ends up going with the other tribe and then one of like the penguin then goes back to get him, and you just see this penguin last like running back because he kind of ended up with the wrong tribe, if that makes sense. And that's something that I'm being shown for this reading, because I almost feel like there may have been times in your life where you like I'm looking at your brain and I feel like you have a magnificent brain. Like I'm looking at the way that you relate to things and put things together, and I'm like, genius, absolutely genius. But I'm looking at the people like around you at certain areas in your life, certain times, and you'll know what I'm on about, and people just don't, it's not registering, they're not seeing you, and it's like things aren't landing then, and you kind of feel out of sorts. It's like I'm thinking of Tarzan when he was in the jungle with all the animals. It's like you're put into a place where you're not being seen or heard, or people aren't quite getting it, if that makes sense. And you're very unique, and I think that you're very interesting. I think the way you move, like, you know, you're wired a certain way, and I think that at times you've kind of been with the wrong pods, if that makes sense. Or I feel like at times, to be honest with you, it's more so I think you were meant to be the one being a bit innovative. I think it was kind of crafted that way. I think you were meant to be innovative. I think you were meant to be bringing a certain frequency. I think you were meant to make people think. I think that you were meant to be doing that. And I almost feel like I'm kind of, I don't know what this is about, but I feel like I'm hidden in plain sight as well. Like, okay, this is what I'm being shown. I'm being shown somebody in a group. Bear with me, because there's like loads of different analogies. I'm being shown you're the somebody I'm on about, and you're in a group. And you say these things that are so out there and like wondrous, right? Or maybe it's connected to spirit, so it's deep, and it's quite out there, or philosophical, right? Maybe you're connected to science, so it's making me think of Ross from Friends when he talks about the dinosaurs and whatever. And I'm seeing the group of people around you, and it's almost like, oh, they're so silly. They're just so funny. It's like they're not getting it. And I'm like, this person's spitting facts. Like, this person's on to something. I think you should actually follow their lead. You should actually try that out. Maybe you should be all open with your emotions, because it's like you're being read wrong then by those people, because it's like, oh, they're funny, or they're silly, or like I'm being shown somebody being really emotional, and it's like, oh, bless them, they're so sensitive and shy. You're actually really strong though. Like you're going through a lot, and you're transmuting it out. Like, that's so heavy, but it's like, ah, sweet little angel. Like, what? Like, yeah, okay, they might be a sweet little angel, but there's more. It's like people are scratching the surface and being shown the tip of an iceberg. And I think at times you've been placed in like scenarios, or you've been around people that have just not heard you, not seen you, and they haven't been able then to support your ideas, feed into you, pour into you in a way that you know, that you deserve, you know what I mean? And I see as well, because there's something about hiding information, and I don't mean this in a sly way, it's more so like keeping things back till I know what I'm doing, holding things at bay until it comes to fruition. There's something there. I don't know if you have a lot of Scorpio placements, a lot of 8th house placements, because I kind of feel like I need to hide things or hold things back or just do things on my own until I can get it out there, because I feel like the people around, they're not getting it. Or they might even be quite like jealous because they're not getting it, because I'm hearing like sabotage. It's here with the 7 of Swords, there's like a level of sabotage, so I feel like I need to hide things at times, and this is something you've already been through. It's just something you'll know about. I feel like I need to hide aspects of myself. Maybe it's my vulnerabilities, maybe it's my you know, my business ideas and things like that. Maybe people are trying to speak fear into them. Could be as simple as that. But I feel like your success comes when you fully phoenix into who you are, showcasing your colors. And what I mean by that is when you start to just live unapologetically, even if it's as a lone wolf for a little while, as you accumulate that frequency and you really get to know those parts of yourself, and you tend to your own needs instead of maybe morphing yourself or lowering your needs because no one else is able to pour them into you. The people that you're you know, around in school or college or work or whatever, it's like no one's able to fulfill these needs, so I'll just diminish them. I think when you push those needs back up and it's like, no, I need these, you know, reached, and you start to pour into them with yourself, because I think self-love is quite big here. When I start to pour into myself and I start to do that for myself and I start to nurture myself, these boundaries start to come. There's a frequency then that I'm emitting, which was always there, but now I'm really stepping into it, because it's like I'm not dwindling it anymore. I'm not holding pieces of myself back anymore. I'm not, you know, just settling. It's like, I don't know why I'm hearing somebody say, I said what I said, or I meant this, why are you taking it like this? I see a boldness activate from within you, where it's like, oh, they're just sweet. And it's like, sweet, I'm literally crying over this, I'm purging this. It's not sweet. I feel like there's a force, like an activation, where I'm like, usually I would just let people like project whatever, and yeah, people are going to project it anyway, but I almost feel like there's a bite to me where I'm like, and I don't mean you like biting back at people all the time. I just mean it in the sense of, you're going to hear me, you're going to see me, and I'm going to say what I said. And if instead of you making me feel stupid for saying it, I'm going to reiterate what I said. And if you still don't get it, I don't think I'm the one that was stupid. Like, there's that sort of thing. I'm reclaiming my own power. I'm not what you're painting me out to be. I'm not just that silly friend or that out there friend or that emotion. Like, I am somebody that, you know, has a lot to me. And if you can't see it, that's cool. But maybe we should be in separate pods. Maybe this isn't, you know, you should be with the wolves and I should be with the lions. Like, maybe it's that. Because there's something about not tolerating, like certain projections, or not tolerating, because it's like I'm being shown like I don't know if you have Neptune on the ascendant or something, because I'm being shown like a fog where people just aren't, or Neptune on the descendant. Like, there's something there where there's like a fog, and people are, I know I've said Neptune on ascendant, descendant, but I'm being shown the IC and the MC2, so like the midheaven, so you may have it there as well. I'm just being shown the angles. But yeah, I just feel like there's like a fog where sometimes people can't see me, and I think the more you really like stand 10 toes down on like, this is what I said, no I'm not this, no I'm not that, and there's like a boldness that comes out, I think that's where that frequency starts to really like cement, not just within you but outwardly. And I think that you'll start to draw in like-minded individuals that also have that same frequency, because I think that it's like a cloak that comes off, you know what I mean? It's like a cloak that comes off, and it's like, oh, there's the other penguin, like, you know what I mean? It comes off, and it's like, that's part of my tribe. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I feel like, especially with the King of Cups being in the middle, it's like, these are my needs, this is who I am, I'm not tainting it. If you can't reach my needs, that's fine, I'm just going to retract my energy. No, I'm not this, no, I'm not that. Like, stop painting me into these little things. If it doesn't make sense to you, I'll just go around people that it does make sense to. I want to be able to expand, because I'm being shown a fish being put into like a really big bowl, and then it gets really big. So it's like, I need to be around people that I can expand with, because not only do we have the 3 of Cups, which is like, you know, friendship and celebration there, but we also have 3, which is ruled by Jupiter, which is expansion. So I feel like in doing that, I'm going into a bigger pond, and that way I'm able to really live as authentically as I can, and I feel like I'm being seen, and I'm able to kind of like build and grow from there. And I feel like that is a frequency that trickles into everything: your career, your friendships, your relationships, and it might even go one by one. You might make that jump in career first. This job is not paying me what I'm giving it. This job is not feeding me properly, like they're not pouring into me right. I'm not maybe being respected. My ideas aren't being respected. I need to be in something where people really see me, and I can really be the best version of myself. And then you start to do that, and then maybe that moves into your friendships, and maybe that moves into your relationships, and it kind of multiplies as it goes, and it expands. And I feel like that's where your success thing comes in. That's where that expansion comes in. I just feel like you've had people with the first 2 cards really put you down about things, or really like you've done things in a different way, and people have kind of like either made fun or like I just feel like I'm not getting it, and I'm making it make sense in my brain, and then you're not really being listened to or seen. I'm trying to think of in ways to make sense. I remember like I've got a really resting bee face, and I live in my own world. And I remember a job that I was in years and years and years ago. I was one of my first, I think it was like my second week or something like that, and I was about to sign out, and the big boss, who you rarely saw, had come in that day. And as she was coming in, I was leaving, and I'd never seen her before, but she had seen me. And I did not have my glasses on, so I couldn't see long distance. And she was in the far, she's far out away from me, but she noticed me. I didn't notice her. I didn't have my glasses on. I was in my old world. My shift was, done. I was leaving. So I left. And I remember her saying to my supervisor at the time, like, because my supervisor told me, she was like, she's so ignorant. Like, she's a really ignorant girl, she's really she just looked at me, walked away. And I'd never seen this girl's face before. Like, well, woman's face. I'd never seen her face before. And I didn't even have glasses on. And instead of just like, maybe, she didn't see me. If she's never seen me before, how would she know it was me? It was like, she's ignorant, she's this, she's that. And that was their perception then. You know what I mean? So sometimes people make judgments just off of whatever they've got going within. And I feel like you've expanded a lot of your awareness. I feel like you have really cool ideas. And I think you've been around tribes that have just maybe not got you. And maybe there were times where you were doing good, and then somebody might have thought you were being sly, because that's maybe how they were moving, and they might have tried to tarnish something for you. Because the Seven of Swords, I keep feeling like I need to hide something or hold something dear to me, or be very careful like of what I'm saying I'm doing, because other people might try and jeopardize that in terms of like, I feel like evil eye, we can work through that and transmute it so it doesn't feel that heavy there, but it's more so breathing, speaking ill over something and talking ill over something. I feel like you have dealt with that at times. And I don't know, maybe some of you guys have dealt with people that have, sent evil eye or other things, but I feel like you've dealt with people just kind of project. And I think the more you step into your core, this is who I am. I'm not taking on these projections anymore. You cannot tell me who I am or what I am, and these are my colors and this is what I have to say. And I feel like the more you do that and you lift up on that, and it's like, these are my needs, these are my boundaries, I think the more you get that bite, there's a bite that I feel is coming through that helps you reach success, like a bite down. Like, don't project that onto me, don't say that to me, don't, like, I'm biting down on but I'm doubling back, I'm doubling down, I'm biting back at something, but not in like an aggressive, it's like, no, you, like, because I see you saying something and someone just laughing like, oh my god, and they've taken it wrong, and you're just like, oh, they took it wrong. Whereas I see you stepping into, no, you got that wrong, I meant it like this. And then, oh, I still don't get it. Okay, well, that's fine, but I'm not dumb. You know what I mean? I'm trying to explain it like this. I see you kind of, not on my watch, like there's a bite that comes through, and it's your way of reclaiming your power and taking hold over your energy. And I see you doing that in work, friendships, and I see success then for you guys, because what you already do is already enough for success. Like, I feel like it just sometimes gets misconstrued, or you feel like you need to fold it in at times for maybe the wrong people, or you felt, because this could be past energy, you felt like you've had to fold it in. And I feel like there's a level of purge in there as well with the nine of swords, where people might have put you down, people might have backed you into a corner, people might have kind of got you all wrong, maybe you took on projections, and I feel like there would have been a purge where you would have cleared that and let go of that and removed other people's opinions. That's what I'm being shown. And I love that we have the blue kyanite, which is the throat chakra energy. It's like I'm speaking my mind and I'm speaking my truth. And if you don't get it, then you don't get it. That's on you. It's not on me, so stop making me feel like it is. That's what I'm being shown here. So let's pull your oracle cards. Pile number 4, please. Because this is going into relationships as well, because I see somebody saying, oh my god, you're so sensitive. Why are you so sensitive? It didn't mean much. And then you're like, but it meant something to me, and it's not me being sensitive, this is how I feel, don't diminish my sensitivity. Like, there's that sort of vibe where it's like, don't push me back. I feel like people have pushed you back, and I don't like that. I see that. I feel like I'm being pushed back when I'm feeling something. It's being invalidated straight away, or I'm being told that that's not what I meant when you know, it is what I meant, or I'm being told that that is what I meant when it wasn't what I meant. And like there's a bite, there's like a step forward, like don't, like a strong fire that comes in, a bite comes in. Because you're on a roll, there's creativity, there's colour, and then it's like somebody tries to rain on the parade sort of thing with the 7 of Swords, and I see you bite in like, no, don't. So we have by the book. Yeah, I feel like people have tried to rain on your parade when you've done something really expensive or fun or exciting, either because they weren't able to do it to you, because I do see that some people are kind of aware that you're on to something, but they weren't able to do it, so it's like they've tried to poke at it, or people have just not got it. And sometimes when people don't get something, they try to pick at it, and I feel like you've dealt with that too. So it's like, it's easier when you're in the box. Pop back in your box, please. Like, it's that sort of thing you've dealt with. Unfinished symphony. Yeah, you've got a lot to say and do, a lot to give. Like, you're a really colourful, expansive person. Your mind is, wow. Like, I feel like you have a lot going on with that. Like, I think you have a lot of ideas, and it's not just creativity. Like Power One was just like, oh, this is like really creative. With you, it's like there's something mental here. Like there's something, it's your way, your brain's wired. You might have a lot of air energy, Gemini, Aries, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You don't have to, by the way. It's just something that I'm seeing. Okay, so by the book. Why do we have by the book, please, spirit guides? Why do we have by the book? By the book, unfinished sympathy. I don't know why I'm looking at the elephants like kind of following each other, and it's like I'm kind of going rogue. You know what I mean? I'm kind of going rogue and doing my own thing. And I think the key is in that, because I think that's where you find your tribe of all the other ones that went rogue. And then it's like, oh, well, we went rogue because we were being called to each other. Oh, there's that sort of vibe here. Like I'm not, because I see people just swimming in the same circles, and it's like, no, I'm gonna swim the other way, or I'm gonna jump into a different pond. You know what I mean? I'm looking at something a bit different, so I need to go find my tribe. It's that sort of thing. And then the people in that pond are like, and it's like, no, what I see, like, this is literally what I see, like little fish swimming around in a pond. You're with the fish, you kind of look like them because you look like a fish. However, you're actually a tadpole, and because you're a tadpole, you know you're going to grow legs. So you say to all the other fish, I'm going to grow legs, and they're like, oh my god, like, what are they on? They're crazy, they're pranksters, they're funny, they think they're going to grow legs, but you genuinely were going to grow legs because you were going to be a frog. So then your legs finally grow, and then you hop out of that pond, and then you find the other frogs that also popped out of the pond, and then it's like, see, I was growing legs, I wasn't dumb, you were. Like, how did you not know I was a tadpole? Like, why did you think I was a fish? Like, it's that sort of thing. That's what I'm seeing with this. I hope that analogy makes sense. I'm quite impressed with that analogy, if you can't tell, because that was quite funny. Anyway, with unfinished symphony, yeah, I feel like sometimes you're on to something and someone knocks you back, or you go to put a boundary and someone knocks you back, or you're feeling something deeply and it's like, no, this is my right to feel this, and somebody's like, don't feel it that way. Success comes when you bite back. No, this is my reclaiming it. This is my power. This is my feeling. This is what I want to do in life. Don't tell me what I can't achieve just because you don't think you can. Like, I see a bite to you that is created. And then flexible at the back of the deck. I just feel like you're somebody as well that can maybe see from different points of perspective, and I think sometimes with that you could feel a little bit lonely because you're seeing it then from the bird's eye view, whereas some people might only be able to look at it from two, you know, levels of perspective. You know, some people are like, they have an opinion and only theirs matters and nothing else can, you know, be true, only theirs. And it's like, we all have a level of truth, but it's like, not only mine is the truth. You know, those type of people, you might have dealt with people like that, and it's like, no, I get it from your point of view, but I also see it from mine, and that other person's, like, I see it from a higher perspective. And I feel like the minute you start to bite down and double down, I think that's a big level of success as well. So yeah, Palampa 4, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed your reading. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching.